Headset mic is not running. Hey, we updated everything, so you do not have anything working. And here we go. Properties. Headset, microphone. How about thou? Hey, we clicked the update button. Nothing you did was working before. So we're gonna make nothing you did work now. No cameras, no nothing. My gosh. Source settings. Guys, I apologize for this. We are doing the two studio thing right now. We already got people in chat. We've been talking to for hours. And we're gonna go right. And we're gonna go right there. Bye. There go next go. Close. That can't be right. Studio 4K. Wow. Okay. Studio 4K, where you at? Holy crap, we can't get. First of all, show me live chat. I already got viewers going. I don't know who that is. I apologize. I've got nothing on my screen. Which means you got nothing on your screen. I clicked the go live button, and I'll be damned if. Full camera. Go back here. Studio 4K. Ding. What the? I got a light on. What happens if I do the pro stream? Nothing. Man, I don't know what's going on here. I don't want to restart the stream. It always throws you guys out of here. I never get you back. This is something they did. I'm tired. This is not the only thing. My phone, my parents' house, the remote controls to the Dish Network. Everything on the planet has been updated. There's an election coming, and they've got to monitor communications. They got to disrupt every election. 6 months prior. I cannot talk to any of you on Facebook because of this crap. I can't stream to Facebook. Why? I'm a known hazard to the health of. See, look at that. I can put that up on the screen. Where is my studio? Why does it say Studio 4K? There has got to be another camera box. Ending extra. Camera. Dude, I will tell you right now. Our other computer somehow changed my scene settings. Now I'm a little concerned about my plan. We'll see if we can figure this out. Video. What I need to do. A window audio. OBR. Collaborative cam. I do need to do that. Instant replay. You know what? I left my phone. I left my phone out of my other studio. Like I said, I'm gonna let you guys run. I'm gonna let you guys run. If I have to run out to the other studio, it's like 40 feet from here. Video capture device. Video capture device. Okay, your webcams. Okay, let's do that. Add source. Add source. And then I want the 4K next go. Hey, look at that. Add source. Hey, look at that. Add source. Whew, problem solved. Whew, problem solved. Wow. Wow. Let's go to this other one that said studio. We're going to delete that. Are you sure? Yeah. Are you sure? It's not even here. It's not even here. Right click. And we're going to go to filters, edit filters. Okay, so my chroma key. I got a new green screen. As you guys can tell. Oh man, I do know one thing I did. All right. Check this out. So these lights sitting here. I got so pissed off at lights the other day. I couldn't adjust them. I couldn't find the button to turn them off. I just ripped them off the freaking computer. Threw them on the floor. Which is these. All right. All right. I'll bet you that's my phone. My phone walking in here. Okay. I got a render delay. Now I got stuff in front of my face. Let's do this. Is that as far apart as I can make those lights? That's as far apart as I can make those lights. So add filter. Color key, no. We are looking for chroma key. Add. There we go. Add. Good. Close. Just like that. All right. And then we're gonna go. Something just. What the hell? What's up with it? Man, I'm having the same problem on all the computers. This is not a single computer problem. Hey, we blew up your communication systems. And we don't care. Look at that. I'm in a black room now. Okay. I'm in the black room. This is what I wanted. This is not bad. All right. So, guys, I'm going to. Where is it at? I'm going to go to the B rack. Okay. Okay.
You want to smile for the camera, Pepper?
You want to smile for the camera,
nope,
Pepper?
Go away. Nope, go away.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Exorcism. All right. My apologies. Intermission, skip, socials, game capture with video. Man, I had a live scene. Man. That I'm getting double audio from everything. Hold on. So I got the headset mic. And headset capture. Okay. Well, first of all, I'm not even hearing that. Turn that off. All right. The double audio. I will tell you if you're listening. The problem is probably that I had
capture going
headset capture going on,
and I opened
up.
Oh wait a minute.
There's another one here. It's going to be TeamSpeak. I'm talking to the TeamSpeak, so that's gone. Chat highlight.
That's fine.
Where's my chat box? Make it visible. Okay. Mike has double audio. There we go. Yes.
How about now
on my double audio?
Bad double audio.
It was triple audio. It was triple audio when you want to get right down to it.
You guys don't know squat.
I was doing it 3 times without paying attention.
All my settings are messed up.
Guys. I opened up the software. I should have been able to log in, been done. Right.
Still double audio.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll find it.
Hold on. Viewer count.
Where's the viewer count? Let me go to the vertical capture audio only. Close
headset mic.
That's the only thing I got there. Okay, the alert box is on. All right. How about now for the double audio? How are we doing now? Test. Am I sounding like I'm in an echo chamber? And I gotta lower my voice a little bit. I realized that I was screaming my head off into these audio things, and it was blasting everything out. So I'm turning that down quite a bit. I know about where it used to be, and I'm hoping I'm hoping this right now sounds good. All right. Steve, thank you, man. Appreciate that testing. Oh, okay. So, what we're doing here, Steve, is we got 2 studios, and holy crap, look at the bleaching out of my... Let me go do something else real quick. Right click. And filters, edit filters. Render lay chroma key. Gamma. There's some of that. And maybe a little brightness out. Hey, there's some of that gone. Let's get some of that back. And some contrast. Ooh, that's still... There we go. Hey, now I look like a normal person. All right. Good deal. Okay, sign into chat. That doesn't matter. Live chat and multi-stream. Okay. Both of you guys are on YouTube. Okay, so, all right, Chigger. What do we do? Jagger says, I got it all figured out. We're gonna make it so that on his stream, I'm down in the corner. And I think what he means is he's gonna put my picture down in there. But without our ability to communicate back and forth, it's of zero use. But you have a delay with your video now. Video versus audio. My mouse out of sync is what you're telling me. Right. So, okay. Close. Right click. Filters. Edit filters. Render delay. How about I do 150. And I didn't bring my slapper board, man. I got a board that puts... Okay, how close am I now, boss? I see a delay on my screen, but what you see is completely different. Ooh, I need to like open YouTube and see what the hell's going on. Channel. Lives. View in the control room. Stream health is what I want to look at. Stream health is excellent. All right. Steve, closer but not perfect. You know what? That means I'm heading the right way. So, right click. Which is weird because I had all that set up, right? We went to a lot of trouble to tune this video. All right. I dropped it another 50 milliseconds. Let me know what it looks like. Okay, Steve, there we go. And so I need to add a source. Now, Monkey, let me ask you a question. When you thought you were going to add me to this really easily and now nothing's happened, did you think you were going to do browser source and capture the frickin'... Still the same, it seems. Okay. You know what? I'll take all the delay out. Maybe this update in hardware and software just made it so that this stuff doesn't matter. Edit filters. Wait, render delay. Let's put... I want to drop it another 50 milliseconds. Okay, so we're down to 50 millisecond delay. We'll see what that does. All right. Man, here's a question. Is there a delay in my microphone? Filters. No, I don't have anything. I don't have any filters in that. But properties, sync offset. Yeah, it's at 0. So whatever I'm doing, I'm only tuning 1. You can wind up tuning 2, and it's like a teeter-totter, man. You'd be chasing that thing. We don't want that. That annoys the viewers like nobody's business. Better but still delayed. Man, I'll take all the delay out of there. Hold on. You telling me my computer's going so freaking fast that I don't need that delay no more? Hold on. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to delete that filter. Delete. Close. All right. Let's see if that filter is now delayed. That filter is now gone. We'll see how that. Tell me how that works. I don't know how long it takes to pick up. There is a 30-second delay, but that 30-second delay is between me and YouTube. In case we wanted to kill stuff, put stuff out. Hey, for those that are popping in here, guys, we're setting up the dual studio thing so that we have 2 people who are doing things at the same time, and that and the goal here is that I'm supposed to be able to look over the shoulder of somebody playing a game and say, go here, do this, do that. No, don't do that. I get to sit back and drink beer and make things work properly. All right, that's the goal. Drink more beer. I see the 20-second delay from when you post my chat. Yeah, I got to be a little more cautious of that, man. So the reason I haven't been online, for you guys that are just joining me, the reason I hadn't been online in a long time is I had 2 strokes. I mean, it Swiss cheese my brain. I went from doing, having a 160 IQ, doing all that high-end Guns of Glory math in my head, and it was a challenge. Back then, it was a challenge to write it down for you guys, to dumb it down. I don't mean to dumb it down for you guys, but I mean to dumb it down into words is a better way to put it, so that I could explain it via video. And that was the challenge back then. Now it was hard. So this has been a long recovery. It looks like when you speak in video, your voice comes out. Then about 1 second later, your video shows you speaking. The delay's in the wrong direction, man. You had me chasing the wrong way, Steve. Oh, Steve, man, what'd you do to me? Oh, you're fired, Steve. You're not worth any of the money I paid you. I appreciate you helping me, man. I really do. Give me just a second here. I'll make it. I know it's an annoying thing, and I know it. We'll fix this delay. Man, if you other guys want to help me, it's fine. It means that the update that was where I had triple audio and everything else, I mean, just blew up my software, is added. I'm telling you right now, I guarantee you this software update is them monitoring my comments. Monitoring my voice, rather. Yeah. It's how dare I complain about all the freaking, help that I wasn't getting, or was getting, rather. Let me go back up to headset mic. Well, you know what? Let me put a delay to mic. So I don't have any delay to thing. Sync offset. Tell you what I'm going to do, man. I'm about to change it. So I'm going to go 200. Oh, not -1. Use device timestamps. No, we are going to go 250 milliseconds of delay. And click. I got 250 milliseconds delay. Now, am I going the wrong direction, or should I put a negative delay in there? Now you got to know. This is the best way. I can do a hand clap. Hold on. Let me get the camera right. Is the sound before or after you see the video? See, that's the question, right? Oh my gosh. Now I don't know that's what those you see those clapper boards? I have a clapper board. But I just don't have it in here. Yeah, so we're going to be doing the gaming stuff. But what we want to do is we want to bring a new experience for the gaming in. I've decided that the 8,000 people who followed me before, and I didn't fake my numbers where everybody else had these 30 and 40,000 numbers. 8,000 was about the max of the followers out there. And then when I would do a video, I'd give it sound is before the video. That means, all right, so I'm going to put a negative sign in there. Negative 250. Man, I should show you what I'm doing. And you go, oh, no, move it this number. Sometimes the visual helps. Okay, so I'm gonna do this again. All right. How close is that? How about my lips? Can you read my lips yet? Man, and I understand, and one of the reasons I know this is annoying is I didn't realize, and neither did my dad. We were both so hard of hearing from being out on the gun range and stuff that we both read lips without ever being trained on it. And I am drinking beer tonight, guys. Oh, it's about 1 second delay. Still. You sure 1 second? I bet you 1 second ain't 1 second. But did I go the right direction this time? That's the question I got to ask Steve. Did I go the right direction? Because I'll put a bigger number in there. I think the problem might be there might be a need for a different delay when I have lights on and I have lights off. The 4K camera may have to process differently. There's a good question. Let me go look at my camera setting. I don't want my camera to buffer. And it might be buffering. Buffering's disabled. Add more negative. All right, I'm gonna add a huge negative. How about that? We'll add a huge one in there. All right. That way we overcompensate and we know we're heading in the right direction. We can always come back. So I'm adding a full second, which is what you said. So I'm now on a negative 1250 milliseconds. All right. Can you make the delay? Can you make the... no, that's a YouTube deal. Yeah, the delay on your chat, that's a YouTube deal. YouTube is worried that people will actually listen to me. You need Steve, you're new to me, the GunMuse. I have been in legal fight with Google since the year 2004, before they were an official company. Back when they were just doing it for the benefit of man. Back then, I was a search engine programmer, and we were doing an open source search engine deal, and the Google was just stealing code. All right, and they had investors. They were pretending they were the ones writing the code. They didn't give anybody credit, and they would steal. And then when they got investment money, they went out and bought the companies that wrote the databases that we were using. It was just a minute. Bummer. Yeah. Okay. Seems the same. Okay, you think it's the same? When GunMuse times, Guns of Glory. Oh, yeah. Well, those are the old Guns of Glory. I'll be honest. I haven't opened my game yet. Okay. And I'm not sure that I'm going to do strictly the Guns of Glory this next time. I don't know that I'm struggling with my internal self and my external self, right? I don't want to help China. Let's get down to the politics of it. You guys, if you've watched me for a long time, you understand the politics. I don't want to help China. If you watch my Guns of Glory stuff, you know China screwed me out of millions of dollars. When I started doing the Guns of Glory's how-tos, they were making $50 million a year. And the last time I turned around and said, everybody quit playing, I cost them $150 million in 1 month. I had power. They were such bitter little pricks about the power I had, they refused to pay me my worth. If I'm making you almost $1 billion and you cheat me out of 25 grand, or you cheat me through the Huawei deal that we made in Germany for all the users, we had thousands of users, cheated me out of a little over $1 million. but you made almost $1 billion. So you're making 999 times what I'm making. That's a lot in the multiple. Right. I play Age of Apes. I play the Age of Apes game. Age of Apes took all of my studio critiques that I was putting in for Guns of Glory, implemented in the game because it was a brand new game to see if my stuff worked, and Age of Apes has exploded. So I've been cheated twice. I've been cheated twice out of them. But is the answer that I need to be petty about it, like a little 12-year-old girl, and say, "Oh my God, you screwed me over. What am I going to do about it?" Or do I get over myself and worry about my audience? Right? I do believe I did better in life when I worried about you guys. I was happier. Back when I had 26 million people reading my stuff, before Google got control of search and started deleting me from the world, and had about 26 million people. Not just Google. I shouldn't say just Google. Alexa, when everybody goes, "Oh, Alexa." Alexa was a toolbar back then that told you how popular we were. I was a top 10,000 website in the world. 26 million people a year were reading me. I moved news cycles. I had a news organization. I had a news website. Right before the Obama election, my servers caught on fire, mysteriously caught on fire. And then 3 days later, this is the brain fart going on in my head going on. My Associated Press account got deleted. I didn't exist no more. And then the Associated Press started feeding out my XML code to the Obama administration. The just little things. They're not even complex codes. I gave my code to the Associated Press to give me news easier so that I could report the news better. I gave it to them. I built it. I gave it to them. I'm not entitled to any money. But they used it against me. That's what pisses me off. They use my own stuff to beat me up. And I don't like it. But that's what China did. China got screwed. If you remember the Guns of Glory China problem, China screwed themselves, right? They went after me, and I said, "You know what, guys? I'm going to go after you back." And it hurt them. All they had to do was pay me my $1 million. They wouldn't have lost $150 million. Right in the middle of me screwing them over, all of a sudden I get calls out of Germany like, "Oh, we want to pay you some of the money we owe you." Want to go back to the original contracts? Nope. They didn't want to go back to the original contracts. So even in the middle of paying me, they wanted to be petty. Chigger, are you still there, man? Why aren't you talking? He's trying to figure out hard. You know what? I'm going to open him up. Hold on. We're going to open him up here. Twitch.tv/ All right, man. We got to fix this. I don't like this at all. MokiTalks.com. Is that the one? That is. Dude, I'm typoing you like it's nobody's business. We cannot continue this way. This is terrible. All right. Sorry, you've got a time machine. That content is unavailable. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm on twitch.tv. Shouldn't I be able to go look at the people I follow? Let me go look at the people I follow. All right. All right. Moki Stock. I got to say stock. So Moki Stock. There we go. All right. Let me get this thing up. Can you stop the stream, then start it again? Would that help? No, that's not a reboot thing. All right. It's annoying you that much. Okay, hold on. Let me look at this. Is there render delay in this? Limited color scheme. I don't want to limit nothing. Full buffering disabled for H264. Is video buffering? Use the low latency toggle. Video shouldn't be buffering. What's going on here? Yeah, okay. No video on your side for me. All right, let me put that up in there. Hold on, I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do here. I'm going to do, so right click and then filters, edit filters. I need to go back and take that latency I put in the mic out, boss, because we may have headed the wrong direction. Sometimes your mind plays tricks on you, right? All right, so add filter. The filter that I'm going to add is a rendering delay. Add. So I'm going to put back 250. Close. I'm going to put that in there. And then I'm going to hold on. I got to go back to the mic and take out that negative 950. I got negative 950. I guess I can only go up to 950. You're talking about being bad. I guess I tried to go to 1.2 and I couldn't. All right, so I'm going to get out of that. Okay, let me do this for you real quick. Man, I don't know. I can't tell if I see the delay or not. I got to go back the 4 PC followers, 1 follower to go. 9 out of 10 followers. Okay. Oh, don't unfollow him. All right, guys, hold on here. Man, you've been so helpful here. Hold on. Here's letting you know that I'm what the hell? Monkey here letting you know I'm walking home and fix your stream, man. Well, I didn't screw up my stream, you know. I don't touch my computer. I don't even turn the damn thing off. All right? So we're going to go here. Need followers on this Twitch. All right, this is the guy I'm helping out, guys. And who's helping us out. So this is going to be a good thing, I think. YouTube. All right, so here's this. That's not what I want. I want to. Oh, man, I'm so tired of this YouTube fix. YouTube has it's wrong one. Live streaming YouTube. Of course, they do this over here. Come here, you. Come here, you. What was that? Who was that? Roderick. Man, hey, I appreciate it, boss. He's coming from over at Monkey Talk. Did you dump your stream on me at least, there, Moki? And man, you could have come and got me. I'd have shut this thing down and got and drove you home. You're gonna get mugged in the middle of the freaking night. Kid walking home. We're down here in the border. The Venezuelan biker gangs are freaking out in full force. Yeah. What's mugged? Mugged, robbed, raped, shown how to fluff their hair. The Venezuelan biker gang that I had a little Venezuelan biker gang. Okay, so here's my story for the week, guys. Had a little Venezuelan biker gang outside in my shade tree outside the studio. And when I say a little Venezuelan biker gang, there's like 8 of them, but they're 11, 12 years old, maybe. And they all had perfect hairdos. Like they all just came from the beauty parlor. All wearing the same t-shirts, all driving the same bicycles. And using language that I would definitely get kicked off of YouTube for repeating, and was the exact opposite of my skin color, is what they're calling me. They were used to the adults in the neighborhood cowering back to their house, according to the cop. When I talked to the cops later about them, the cops turned around and says, yeah, everybody in the neighborhood's tired of them, but everybody else has been just kind of walking away from the kids, right? Not me. You talk to me that way, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm not full of crap here. I know that anybody that's 12 years old and talking that way and in a gang and they're all dressed alike and they're all doing the same hairdo, they're wannabes at the very least. So the one that was mouthing off, I stagger and I walk around and I have a problem walking. And I thought these kids might think they're gonna knock me down and beat me up or something like that. Can deal better with them if you have access to firearms. Well, I don't need a gun. The fact of the matter is I stepped forward, I grabbed one of them by the throat, and I was going to use him as a cane so I didn't fall down while I knocked the crap out of the other ones. But as soon as I stepped forward and was alpha male on one of them, the others turned their bicycles around and started hauling ass. So I let go of the one that I grabbed, right? And he turned tail and run. And they're all yelling, I'm going to go get my gun, and I'm going to come back. I'm going to kill you. Derogatives. Insert derogatives here. Insert the worst derogatives you can think of that are not even appropriate to my skin color, right? Because that's all they know. They're leftists. They're 11 years old, and they are trained communists, right? So that is what it is. That's what I'm dealing with at the end of my driveway. Welcome to America. Thank you, effing Kamala. Kamala. Yep. Sure did. And that's the thing is Moki's. If you guys haven't seen Moki, I put Moki's thing in there. Hold on, let me. Moki, I'm trying to pin that damn thing. Hold on, I'm going to put one more chat in here. Wait a minute. Top chat. Live chat. Let me look at that. There we go. Now I can get this thing up. Right? And pin message. Okay, so I pinned Moki's Twitch channel. Man, Moki, type in your YouTube channel. That's what I need. You have 0 subscribers to your YouTube channel. He needs 50 subscribers to his Twitch channel in order to start getting paid. He's the kid that's helping me. I am training this guy personally in the games of math. He's a smart kid. I like him. His mom's my nurse. I was the stars aligned, and if you and I know you guys missed our 2-hour lives over on his channel on Twitch. I suggest you go back and watch. Well, I don't know if I watched that. He had some boring. I got him building a computer over there, the 4th computer for our studio. We're building. I have to rebuild the old computer for our studio. Was answering questions about Germany. Yeah, I know you are, Rotten. I just was chatting with Moki, but he's offline now. Yeah, he's got to walk home. I should have drove him home. He wanted to come in and do it, and then realized what time it was. He's supposed to be setting up our dual stream. I wasn't supposed to be logging on, annoying my followers with just BS conversation. Well, this is my stream. This is a completely different stream. Yeah, this is a completely different studio. We completely different building. I own both buildings. This is what we were talking earlier on the other stream. Is like I spent $55,000 setting this stuff up just to show people how to play a video game. So when people think that I'm being silly about China offering me $2,000 to talk about a game for 5 days, I don't shill myself out. It's important that I don't screw over the followers, the subscribers. They need to trust that what I tell them is truthful, so that if I go to the next game or the next product or whatever I'm talking about, that I'm being honest with them. And that's just been true for the last 25 years that I've been doing this stuff online. The reason I had 25 million followers is because I told the truth. I ran a magazine, and I was truthful in the articles. I didn't care if anybody paid me to talk about product. But in order to get me to talk about your product, you had to send one to me, and I wasn't paying you for it. The way online, everybody thinks, well, I'll just start an online channel, or I'll start a magazine, or I'll become a writer, and I'll get a bunch of free stuff. They don't send free stuff to writers. That's just not true. They do discount things to a little above wholesale for writers. So if you got a full-time job and you're a writer, you can buy some stuff cheap, but you will soon not be getting stuff at discount or buying stuff cheap if you write something negative about something, which just wasn't true for me. I was an exception to the rule. Every article I wrote the first paragraph about what I didn't like. And that technique is now caught on. It's now a way of doing things. I pioneered it. It was not done in marketing. Now a bunch of marketing people, and they teach it in colleges now, understand in order to engage and let the audience know that you're trying to tell the truth, you start off with the negatives. This is what wasn't good about the article, or good about product XYZ. But then you get into things like where I wrote articles about Glock. I killed their government contracts. They were trying to be the sidearm of the Marine Corps. I killed it because I trashed their product. I trashed their product because their product is not good for a Marine to have on their side. Glock is a terrible gun to carry every day. Absolutely horrendous. I've got an HK. HK doesn't make a proper sidearm in the United States in sufficient quantities to be a Marine Corps firearm. Plus, the cost is triple what a Glock would be. Glock's about $210 wholesale for the military. It's about $600 wholesale for an HK. Who is Kamala Harris, our vice president, is running for president. Rotten's in Germany, guys. That's our vice president. She was anointed last minute, hadn't answered a question in 40 days. She was a devout communist socialist, pretty much. And then Joe Biden has been so Swiss cheese in the brain that no one's asking why. See, our 25th Amendment of the Constitution says the vice president and half what are they called? The cabinet. Half the cabinet, 50% of the vice president and 50% of the cabinet need to say, hey, this guy is Swiss cheese in the brain and shouldn't be president anymore. All right? It doesn't say should say, if they want to say. Not that he's so brain dead that we can take advantage of him. Oh, didn't I tell you that yesterday? You just forgot. And cut deals with his son and his wife to ignore the fact that the staff is running our White House. It is not a group effort. It is the third branch of the government. It is a single brain. It is about one opinion based on the facts that one brain receives. It may be good, it may be bad, but the point is we have two other houses in another branch with 500 people who can talk and argue and debate and come up with the popular answer to any problem. And it's balanced against a single person. It's also balanced against 9 people who are immune from any type of prosecution or persecution on the judicial judge to say this law is good or that law is good or this executive order is bad or that executive order is bad. It's rock, paper, scissors, American style, right? No one has more power than the other. One can kill the other one. One can kill the other. You know, it's rock, paper, scissors, guys. It's not complicated freaking government. But when you have community or a committee, not community, that was the wrong word. When you have a committee running the executive branch, you've changed the rules of the game. Okay. The 25th Amendment of the United States says Kamala Harris should have, if she noticed the degradation, turn around and removed him from office and pretty much made herself president. That woman is scared to death of being president. I'm going to tell you right now, she's just scared to death of being president. But she loves communism, so she went out and found a vice president that's more communist than she is in that governor from Minnesota. And she's going to try and get it across the finish line by hook or crook. So we got so much fraud that's being caught in 7 states. The 7 states where fraud constantly takes place, they're getting caught. Elon Musk put $45 million forward to catch fraud in the elections. Trump took over the Republican Party, literally took over, and they're spending the money they're not spending on ads, they're spending on catching people being hooks or crooks. You know, Elon Musk is they're going to build statues of this guy. He is doing more for freedom than anybody else has in a couple hundred years since Grant. I mean, you know, so I didn't say Lincoln. Since Grant. You know, Lincoln freed the slaves, but Grant kept them free. If you don't know your history, Grant's diary or autobiography, rather, is free. You can get it online. Just look up Grant's. It's boring as shit, but read it. It's a great historical read. Do not rely on some Democrat telling you how the drunk was a worthless president. Because the reality is, he put a stop to the KKK. He sent the army down to Florida after the Civil War to stop the KKK and all the other stuff. What he had to do to keep the blacks capable of voting is historical, and it's never talked about. In fact, every Democrat will tell you just what a drunk this guy was, you know, and it's a cop out. I'm telling you, it's boring read. I actually went to go do a reading of Grant's autobiography. I was going to put it in video form. Oh, I got bored off my ass just reading it to people on the film, and I gave up on the project. Well, it ain't just Twitter. Facebook too. I can promise you that since Facebook existed, my Facebook account goes deadly silent. Nobody can message me 6 months before an election. I mean, I got 600 people in my friends list on Facebook, and believe it or not, that's not just me going out and let gamers talk to me. I got, I don't know, a few hundred people that are on the gaming webpage over there, but I got about 600 people who are friends on my Facebook. People I serve with. Most of them are military people, and you just can't talk to me on Facebook. If you don't have my cell phone number, you're screwed. Same thing's happening on LinkedIn. Now on X, my X account, Twitter, I'm now blue check certified. So there I'm blue check certified. Hold on, we can do that. HTTPS x.com/Donnie_Larson dink. Then we got to go bogus dink bogus. I got to get out of this. Now I can pin it. Replace pin message. Okay. So now I'm pinned up at the top. You can follow me on X. I'm not going to pin this one because people. I will tell you, everybody. All right. I want you to wash your brain from your triggered hate. That you think you know something, and I promise you, you don't know it. Is corrupted. I have a friend. Totally outspoken about how he loves and hates the Democrats and ex-military guy, and they just shut down his account. Well, they killed, not Steve Jobs, Mike Rowe. Mike Rowe had 10 million followers and was just telling people they needed a work ethic and to get a job, and they killed him on freaking Facebook. That's how bad Facebook got. You can't tell people to get a job. You just can't do it, right? Here I got, guys. I gotta do some other stuff. Yeah. There's this. Save. There we go. That's a funny thing. Let me get in here and edit. And I can just copy this. Bank. Copy. Cancel. Do this and paste. All right. Before I hit enter on the chat box, I need you to clear your mind of hate. I don't care if you're the biggest right wing you think you've ever existed. I'm a right winger. I'm a conservative. I'm a Republican. I promise you, the media has repeated a hateful message so many times in so many places that when I say the next thing, you're going to think Trump. You're just going to instantly think Trump. And you're going to think Trump because Trump put a big chunk of money into this. Now you know what I'm talking about. All right? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we're talking about Truth Social. Okay? And Trump just made $600 million in a couple days on Truth Social because he took a risk and he paid for a platform where conservatives weren't kicked from the platform. Here's the bad thing. Conservatives are being suppressed in Truth Social because the industry of hiring people to moderate it. Remember, Elon Musk fired a whole bunch of leftists. So there was a whole bunch of leftist Twitter people that were available for work, and a whole bunch of them got jobs over at X or at Truth Social. Okay, so when we say Truth Social, but I tell you what I've gotten in there and said, and at least over there, if somebody's a left-winger and mocking you, it's easy to notice. There's a lot of bogus accounts. All right. Matter of fact, I did a live just 3 weeks ago where I went through my True Social account. Unless nothing but hot women are following me, it's trolls. Okay. We know how this works in game. Go download a picture of a super hot woman and create a social media and create your gaming account and get as much free stuff as you can. Act like a girl for a while. Same thing on the social media stuff. Guys, I went down the rabbit hole of teaching you Guns of Glory simply because I wanted to learn not how the left mind thought. I knew that. But how they were applying it in the 21st century in the new media. Okay. I saw things that just were absurd. I couldn't believe were taking place. It says, sorry, you've been blocked. Really? Okay, do you have a virtual private network? Do you have a VPN turned on? Are you in another country that you shouldn't be? Wow, that is, you've been blocked. Oh. Am I blocked? No, I'm not blocked. I'm not blocked, so I went in there. So, and I'll tell you, like, I put this up for a tweet. I'm not trying to troll anybody on True Social. Okay, but yeah, try it again. Yeah. I run my VPN out of Switzerland. Switzerland has the highest privacy settings of any country in the world. That's why I run it out of Switzerland. And yeah, every once in a blue moon I get blocked. Because some of these people want information, and so they'll just block Switzerland. Because Switzerland's got good privacy laws. All right, so guest host on Harris Faulkner. Harris Faulkner wasn't there today. Guest host filled in. And she started reading about the border bill. Right? Oh my gosh, the border bill that Trump had them vote down. Trump's not in the office. He told and he went out and made a public statement. I don't like that bill. Oh, well, that's telling them to vote it down. And oh my gosh, and it would have been the best thing that ever happened since sliced bread. The border bill that would have codified into law that the president can not stop people from crossing the border illegally if it's less than 5,000 people a day. That's 3 million people a year. If you can't do the math. Right? That would be more people than Joe Biden left in. Joe Biden left 11 million in it would be required of Trump to let 12 million people in by law. And that's above and beyond all the other dirty little tricks that the Democrats have been pulling that nobody's talking about. So while they passed money for more border security, they turned around and said, all these people that crossed the border who walked across the border and then applied to become legal aliens or become U.S. citizens. They're illegals. They're here. You can still apply to be a U.S. citizen once you get here. They've been processing their applications and approving them. So they're no longer illegal. That's not amnesty. And it's the places where they've been processing them the fastest happens to be all the states where they need the votes. So it's you can't get away from the math. It's always coming back to the math, guys. Math doesn't lie. Oh, I can believe you're blocked from Switzerland. Just turn your VPN off for a little bit and see if it works. Where are you located? Are you in the United States, Steve, or are you in someplace else? Are you from someplace else? I don't know if you know. A lot of virtual private the VPNs, you think they're blocking your information, and that's just not true. Especially with cell phone data. If you're on a cell phone, I don't care if you got a VPN or not. They can see where you're at and who you are. Because the tower circumvents the VPN, and people don't know that. It's Yeah, if you're cell phone only and you're paying for a VPN, you're wasting your money. Here in the U.S. Are you on the phone right now for the block? I don't know what to tell you about being blocked, man. You threatened to kill the president recently. You know that. I mean, there's reason to block you. Have you done something crazily terroristic nature, like listen to this guy called GunMuse once in a while? That's just absolutely insane. That'll put you on a list before you know what happened. I went down and filed for my. Oh, I told you about the the non the man. I don't know what to tell. It's here's the thing. It may be your internet company that's blocked, or your internet company blocking you. So your firewalls and your VPN. Remember, you got to talk to your internet company. I don't know. Is your internet company like Turner Cable or some satellite company, any one of the satellite companies, or Quest, CenturyLink? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. The T-Mobile, the turn on VPN network for following you. That can't happen. The dude, the last time I had somebody message me on Facebook prior to the 2020 election, and they were messaging me about freaking militia stuff. And I'm not in any militia. Just they were asking me a question, right? Not an illegal question, not an untoward question, but they were asking me questions because I'm knowledgeable about certain things. I have supported militia groups in the past. I don't agree with a bunch of militia groups who go off the freaking rail. A bunch of people want to turn around and prepare for when the electricity goes off. Good for them. I'm all for it. You start preaching why you think the electricity is going off. Now you're a cult. That's not a militia. Just saying. All right. Don't tell me why you think the electricity is going off. I agree. You should be prepared for when the electricity goes off. I'm prepared for when the electricity goes off. I got generators. I got gas. I got the ability to turn on my internet when the electricity goes off. Right? But yeah, don't. You start preaching to me why you think that I should be a part of why you think it's going to go off. I don't care. Because I don't want to know anything but the facts, and that's part of having a high IQ. The facts matter. To me, the facts always matter. The facts are everything in my book. That's me. Yeah, so I was pointing out this above the fold speaking in the truth that where I point out that on Fox News. You think Fox News is right wing, but they're practicing left wing media shenanigans. Oh my gosh, the 5,000, the right wingers, they didn't want the border wall, they didn't want to fund this. It was everything they ever wanted. Never mind the fact that none of it was funded, so it was never going to get built. And the president at the time, if it was still Joe Biden, could have just said, I'm not going to do it. He could have approved the frickin' bill, and the law was written in such a way that I don't have to build anything. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to spend that money, which is not the way Congress works when they say spend money. You're required to spend the money within reason of the spirit of the law, which becomes an executive order. People don't know what an executive order is. If the president deems that the law is not following the spirit of what people intend, he can sign an executive order based on the spirit of the law. He cannot sign an executive order to create law. He can't do something crazy like say, you know what? The law from two branches just said I can't turn around and let people borrow $300,000 and vote Democrat and I'll pay off all their $300,000 loans. The law may say I can't do that, but I've decided I'm going to do it anyway. That's a reason to impeach him, yet no one has. He just said, to hell with the law, I'm a dictator. I can do whatever I want. As president, he's not allowed to spend money, except for, not McConnell, the prior Speaker of the House, the one they voted out, that everybody's throwing a fit about, the California guy. He went, so I went up to the White House and I made this great deal and I saved us $2 trillion. That guy, I can't remember his name all of a sudden. That guy turned around and made a deal that Joe Biden can spend $100 million at a time without checking with Congress, who's supposed to control every nickel. In other words, he took two branches of the government and made it one and put the committee, because Joe Biden's brain ain't there, in charge of doing whatever the hell they want, whenever the hell they want, as long as whenever they thought about it, it was less than $100 million at a pop. And that's how they spend $1 trillion every 90 days over at the White House. Right? And that's how, McCarthy. Then that's how McCarthy still walks out there and says, I saved us $2 trillion by them saying they'll give back this money here. And what they supposedly gave back, and then they supposedly gave back some money on hiring IRS agents. Well, they just went and wrote a new program and created money for other government agencies, because the IRS agents aren't IRS agents. They're people in cubicles who have expense accounts to drive around the country and do election campaigning on behalf of the Democrats. They're a no-show job. Do you see Civil War breaking out? Trump breaks out? No, I sure don't. And I'll tell you why no one wants to be first. The January 6th farce has scared enough people. I believe it scared enough people. No one wants to be the person that is being accused with no one backing them up. No one wants to be first. Could 30 million people... First of all, in the history of man, it has only taken 5% of a population of a country to overthrow a government. To literally overthrow it. But now, I use the word overthrow. The right doesn't want to overthrow the government. They want to restore. It's not a revolution, it's a restoration. The people running the government aren't following the rules of our government. They're good rules. But we haven't done anything to enforce the rules. The reason we haven't done anything to enforce the rules is because in the 30s, we took away the power of the community. All right? All politics is local. How tall your grass is you and your neighbor's problem. It is not a federal government problem. Right? All politics is local. If there's illegals, if you want illegals in your neighborhood, I don't care. I either won't live in your neighborhood or I'll get enough of my neighbors together to vote out the assholes that said the illegals can live in my neighborhood. Right? I don't care. I'm a libertarian. I just don't give a shit. If you want to shoot heroin in your veins and die alone in a room, congrats. Have fun. That's one of the reasons I'm not a member of the Libertarian Party. Is they're so drug orientated and they're so anti-war. They don't understand that you've got to have a strong military at a strong footing and be strong against the world to stop the last country on the planet, the United States of America, the place you can own property, from being removed from owning property. And the Democratic Party has been working since 1870 to remove property ownership and create a democracy. They keep using the word democracy. People do not understand the failures of democracy. There's a reason we didn't create that in our Constitution to begin with. We're a representative republic. Good judgment of a single person who is appointed to pay attention to what everybody's talking about, a representative, a congressman, a senator, a mayor, whoever it is, your city councilman, who's supposed to know, how many seconds the light stays yellow before it turns red, so that they can get either the maximum amount of ticket money from people running the reds all the time, or they can make sure that the yellow's long enough to let people cross a crosswalk without having to be in a full sprint, right? I can promise you the short yellows have got people running across the street. We got some of those in our school zones where it's like 2.1 seconds. You got to cross the street in 2.1 seconds. That's insane. So you can be starting to cross the street in green, and 2.1 seconds later, the damn thing's red is red on your side. Boom, the traffic's coming at you in the crosswalk. And some of these people are running the red lights, especially now that we have all these illegals across the border. They didn't all walk across the desert, guys. Millions of people drove up here. Millions. No one's showing you the illegals that drive in the cars. It's insane. It's like rush hour in downtown LA out here in southern New Mexico. And we're a sparse town. We have no jobs. Every house is for sale because there's no jobs around here. So is a civil war coming from this? No. And that's the mindset of people. They used to ask me 25 years ago when I had the gun store, oh, they'll pry that gun from my cold dead hand. And I knew back then. No, they're not going to pry it from your cold dead hand. There's not going to be some civil war where they're just going to pick the gun up off the ground after they shoot you dead. That's what that statement means. They're going to knock on your door one at a time, and they're going to threaten your family. They're going to threaten your livelihood, and you're going to give them what they want to make them go away. Bus, planes, you name it. I'm here, boss. I promise you. There's nothing I don't know about the illegal situation down here. It's insane, Steve. Yeah. The next civil war, if it gets to the point of there being a next civil war, it will be a human being historic moment. Mark my words. Tell everybody I said it. It will not be a civil war, right? I promise you, if Trump's not getting everything right, okay, let's first start with it. I don't know of any politicians getting everything right. I just don't know of anyone. And I don't know if I was one of the politicians, I don't know if I'd be getting everything right. I don't know the behind the scenes stuff. And I do know how people act, and other actors start influencing. It's like hitting a billiard ball on a table, and then having 5 guys throw, 15 cue balls on the table at the same time, knocking the balls around, all hitting the cues at the same time. You have no clue what's going to happen next. I mean, there's a guy who can predict the math, right, by seeing it. That guy exists. That brain exists. It ain't me. Not anymore. Damn sure it isn't. So some of the spots and holes in my brain network, I can remember the old information, but I'm having an issue with some of the new information, and it's getting better and better and better. And I'm hoping it's better within the next 2 years, because there was a serious discussion about me running for governor here in New Mexico 8 months ago. I'm not ready. I'm getting better and better. I'm probably gonna. This is one of the reasons I'm gonna go back into doing the game overload things. It exercises my brain. I want to know when we were building the studio out there, just a couple weeks ago, I was so tickled with myself. He's pulling the tape measure out, and then I'm doing fractional math in my head again. But man, just 4 months ago, I couldn't remember a 6-digit number to save my life. If you gave me 6 digits instead of raw, I couldn't remember it. So that was. I'm realistic about myself. I'm still in better shape than Biden. But I'm in better shape because I understand the thousands of years of history. But I think people need to be taught those thousands of years of history. Right now, the guy in charge of the European Union, his family has been in charge of Europe and behind every war in Europe for the last 600 or 700 years. Right? Do I think there's a war coming to Europe? Yep. You asked about civil war here. There's a division here, and the United States is becoming more isolationist, just like we did in World War One. Prior to World War One, but the socialists took over, right? The Supreme Court case Buck versus Bell from Woodrow Wilson, where you got a bunch of progressive Democrats. That's what they were. Woodrow Wilson was a progressive Democrat. These people believe in eugenics. There's too many people on the planet. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's not about I'm doing better and better every day. Chigger, the guy the whole purpose of me coming in here and starting a live was we were supposed to be doing 2 studios, and instead of me doing this stuff, you're going to be learning while I'm teaching somebody else. And kind of the point is, I'm hoping that he's, as he's learning to play a game, he's going to make mistakes, man. Everybody makes mistakes. He's going to miss something, or I'm going to miss something. Hopefully he's quick enough to catch what I miss, or hopefully the 2 of us together are faster than the people in the live chat over what we miss. But we're not going to be doing lives. Guys, I spent $55,000 getting this shit together, and so it's gotta pay me back. It's gotta pay me back before my wife finds out. She don't care. That's my problem, right? Okay. Hold on one second. I'll be right back in a second. I wonder how many people I'm going to lose from this. Starting set. Be right back. I've been drinking beer. I got to take a leak. Give me a second. There we go. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. What'd we lose? I don't know where are we at on the YouTube. Ding, 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 ding. Wow, we gained viewers during that. Okay, so this is everybody's going to an extreme because you haven't been paying attention for the last 20 years. You haven't been jumping through time historically watching the news live every day or hearing the news live every day. I do this. What we call history is the news we report every day. Unfortunately, 60,000 news articles come out per day or per month. All right, Steve, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, a lot of people watch these back, man. This is like a podcast. I'm starting to put some podcasts up. I took one of my old how-tos and made it a Guns and Glory podcast. I'll start putting some of the lives into a podcast so that you can actually use Google on your phone to download them as podcasts and listen to them in the car, because that's the way people used to listen to me, was in the car. But I appreciate the interaction, Steve. I love you coming in here typing and stuff. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much. It's nice to have some feedback to bounce against. It helps me a lot. But yeah, we're not, because I started out answering freaking Thomas's, do we think of Civil War? That's what the left would love, is a civil war. Against who? At the end of the day, if a civil war started tomorrow, do you know who the first people the quote-unquote right-wingers are going to kill are? It's the news producers sitting in the van making up fake news stories. Once that's done, conversations can begin. At the end of the day, I need people to understand how you avoid a civil war is through proper debate and proper communication. It ain't by turning around saying, well, I'm not going to talk about anything, and we just appointed this person, they're going to be the next president, you don't know this, but, you know, a Hollywood movie star said this is what's going to happen, and this is what we want to happen, and this is how it's going to happen. You know, the last time I knew, George Clooney is not in the Constitution of the United States for appointing the next president of the United States. But when you break down what happened, this is where we're at. Oh, George Clooney said Kamala Harris is going to be the next president of the United States, and therefore everybody better get in line. You know, nobody's being shot in the face right now. Next civil war if Trump doesn't win. It's got nothing to do with Trump. Trump isn't the one telling everybody this is what you better think or the world's going to end. Trump isn't telling people that. He's not the person. The Democrats are. They're the ones telling you the world is going to end if you don't hate the orange man. It doesn't matter what he thinks. He's only been attacked, shot at, attempted murder. They lied about him for his first 4 years to try and make his presidency ineffective. Russia was a hoax. The media still can't admit that Hillary Clinton even admitted. She admitted on a camera she faked the Russia dossier. No one will, oops, she did this. So to this day, this is a problem. It's not Trump's problem. Stop trying to join the media tidal wave that doesn't exist. Because yes, while a bunch of left-wing people will step in line, that they're stepping in line for access. Guys, we used to call them starfuckers. I lived out in the Hollywood areas. They're called starfuckers. They, you know, the people who will go find a movie star and they just have to have sex with them. They'll throw their whatevers at them, right? The starfuckers. Same thing. I'm going to coin the word. Hashtag starfuckers. I'm going to put that in there. Hold on. Hashtag. You know how bad I am. All right. I want you to understand that's how important that word is. Okay? It's people who are chasing being next to what they perceive to be power and fame. All right? For whatever purpose, whether, in the context of Starfuckers, it's sexual. But it's sexual due to the fact that they deem movie stars to be alpha males. It's usually females chasing males. The people believe that Donald Trump had sex with a porn star. Donald Trump's wives, ex-wives, girlfriends, all have the same look. They all look very similar to each other. Yes, he traded one in and got a younger version of the same woman. And then here comes along this skanky little porn star that looks like nothing like any of them. Other than her hair got bleached blonde. Nothing like it. Donald Trump is a germaphobe. Do you think he's sticking his dick into the germ pot? Right? He's a germaphobe. Everybody knows it. You have to use some common sense at some point to say, if they're lying to you about this because it doesn't make sense, it's not realistic, what are they lying to you? Else are they lying to you about? Donald Trump raised a bunch of kids who don't do drugs and don't do alcohol, and they're millionaires and billionaires, and they can run big companies, and quite frankly, all their employees like them. Whereas even Ronald Reagan raised two shithead little kids that were just the biggest leftists ever. His daughter, Ronald Reagan brought his daughter into the White House when she was a devout environmentalist and said, look, Russia's funding this new thing called the environmental movement. Russia's funding it. Oh my God, you're cutting down all the trees and we're all going to gasp for air next year. Hell, they didn't even know scientifically trees don't create air. They convert. Oxygen is created in the ocean when rock slides take place by melting ice from the polar caps. Oops. It's a cycle. Oops. Well, we didn't know. There's a documentary on it on freaking Netflix, a place that hates the right. At where the dirt and the dust and the monsoons and the rains come from South America. In the 70s, when I was told they were burning 50,000 acres a day of rainforest, they burned the entire Earth's surface over and over and over again 9 times since I was a little kid at 50,000 acres a day. Well, they burned 50,000 acres in a day, and that 50,000 acres was usually burning back the rainforest that grew back during the non-growth season. So they were recovering the same land. And slowly they've increased farmland and stuff like that, but plants are plants at the end of the day. It's about conversion. And the dirt and the soil and the rich stuff down in South America where they're growing all the fruits and vegetables and things, that's because the atmosphere picks up the dirt from Africa and makes it rich soil. Then you got the atmospheric river that runs from South America to North America. All these things have been taking place for millions of years, if you want to say so. At least hundreds of thousands of years. And the history is starting to come out that man has been wiped out probably 3 times. That there were different versions of man, where we talked about the Neanderthals or some other stuff. But man has built civilizations, and the temples and the pyramids and all that stuff are way older than anybody's talked. Archaeologists are college kids who are full of shit. And if you watch me for any period of time, while these are new documentaries, if you watch me for over the years, I've told you, carbon dating is a lie. It's a mathematical impossibility. I'm a math nerd. I'm telling you, carbon dating is bullshit. Anybody that tells you, well, we carbon dated it to here, you don't know shit. I can't remember what, dodecology or something like that, where you count the rings in a tree, and you count the size of the rings, you can tell what year the tree died. That's better science than carbon dating. You can if you find a piece of wood next to something that fell down, you can tell when that wood was grown and when that wood was died by the seasonal cycles. That's good math. Doesn't mean that's when what you found the tree next to was built, but you know when that tree was built, when that tree grew and died. So if you take in context, was the tree under something, around something, next to something, it changes the context of the information you just found. In Minnesota, they found a ledger, and it's called the Larson Code. It was inside of a tree. They could date back more than 1,000 years in Minnesota, written by man, written by what we would call the oh my gosh, what the hell are they called? The guys with the cross on the things, the ones that the French tried to kill. The Friday the 13th thing. Somebody's going to know when I give out those references. This is the problem with the stroke in the brain, guys. There's always a gap word in I have a problem with some words, especially pronoun words. But it'll hit me a little bit later. But it's 1,000 years old, which means they were been in North America long before the Vikings. I mean, we're really basically back when the Vikings existed. Because the Vikings show on the History Channel is more realistic than most of the history you see anywhere else on the History Channel. You think it's an entertainment show, and it's from the diaries of an actual Viking. They mixed and matched several Vikings to create the show. And they went from the year 800 AD to the year 1000 AD. So about 1,000 years ago. And it's interesting stuff. But yeah, this is, what are you gonna do with this stuff? All right, I'm an hour and 38 minutes into this. I can't believe I've been talking that long. And I don't know what the hell's going on Twitch, guys. I'm sorry if man, I'm terrible about the Twitch thing. I'm gonna get better with Twitch, I swear to God. They seem to have taken over some of the stuff that since I was live. Oh my God. Okay, so I got Rotten. You're like the only guy over here. And you came from the other channel. Man, you've been following for like 4 hours. 2 hours with me, 2 hours with Moki. I'm going to say Moki from now on. Man, he's supposed to be Chigger. So he has a unique gamer tag and a unique name. And he really wants to chase that. I mean, he's chasing a name I think is going to screw him. Because he had that one black guy, and I'm like, okay, there's about 1,000 people with that one black guy. And race will sell some stuff. You guys have done the Guns and Glory stuff for a long time. Shannon, disappointing turtle, when they turned around and went on the Guns of Glory on Facebook and accused her of saying racist statements and she hadn't done anything. She got hundreds and hundreds of viewers. I mean, race sells. It happens. Man, I'm on 12 more subs to go. Hold on here. Right click. Google wins. I don't know how to do this. Okay, manage your sub. Gift a sub. Gift to one specific user. That's what I want to do. Alright, there's that. Paste. And I don't know what I'm doing here. Hold on. I'm terrible at this on Twitch, guys. I know I am. Well, but how terrible are they? I'm trying to spend money and it's not clear cut, right? I'm trying to spend money. Trying. Can I do that? I don't know. GunMuse, July recap. I don't need to add plus goal. One follower on the stream. Go to review. Celebrate 25. Sorry, something went wrong. Am I not logged in? I am logged in. Just San Diego schedule just dropped by now. I don't know what that means. TwitchCon. I'll be damned if I'm going to that damn thing. Man, I'm trying to. I know I've done it. I've done it before. I'll do it again. Sub anniversary in 4 days. Lifetime sub tier 3. That's me. I don't know what the fuck that means. Edit panels. Oh my gosh. Rotten, I tried to give you a sub, man, and I'm just a moron. Gift subscription. Didn't I do this? Well, that's a completely different freaking thing. Gift to a specific viewer. Look at that. Pay money. There we go. There we go. There we go. And apparently I don't have that on my. I don't have all that stuff on my alert box. Dink. All right, that needs to be higher than that. That's why. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that again. There you go. The one what? The one-armed king. Oh, that was a test thing. Okay. So there's what I'm doing. No. There's what I'm doing. All right. Wasn't playing for the cool sounds, guys. I just, that was harder than I thought it should be. Okay. How do you give money away? Oh my gosh. Chinese make it difficult to give money away. The, money's only supposed to go towards them. It's not supposed to go towards. Wants to collaborate. Click to accept. All right. That's where he said he was going to do something. Go to Moki's channel. And he's offline. So next time, which is something, this is the whole thing we started out doing. Yeah, all right. There's a whole thing. Alerts. What I got alerts for? Steven5477 followed me. I got a bunch of follows tonight. Ashley, fake news sucks. From Veterans of True Social. Yeah, I'm gonna have a podcast doing thing. The reason we're doing this the way we're doing it, and it's different than anybody else has, and no one likes different. No one likes change, right? Is I'm not of a single mindset, and there's a whole bunch of stuff where I've been apportioned to some historical moments where I should have done more, in my opinion. And my health being shit and me, just damn near on the verge of death at a couple points, it'll make you think, it's like, crap. I wish I'd have gone and done the thing that I didn't want to do. I was too lazy to do it. Yeah, it's one of the driving things when you're asked about the Civil War. It's like, no one wants to go first. That included me. I don't want to go first. I've been shot at. That ain't fun. Not a fun day. And it's different now that I'm older. Yeah, I move slower than I used to. Yeah, just because I move slower sucks. No one wants to be that guy. So when, where, how, I'm going to, now YouTube has some podcast capability, and a bunch of people, thousands of people, were listening to my long lives as podcasts. And they were never intended to be podcasts. I didn't start out. I never start out with a subject matter. I don't start out with anything. It's whatever the news of the day is and what people wanted to talk about, and it's always been that kind of way. Or what we can correct with what I think is historically relevant. And I also don't have the support team that we used to have. Chris Arkin, he died. Arkin put me in check, right? By that I mean me and Arkin agreed on 99% of the stuff, but he argued with me on 98% of the stuff. He forced me to think out the why I said what I said. And that's important to have that kind of person around you. It's really huge on my growth. We were starting to do this union of gamers thing, and maybe it'll get better. But right now, I'm still looking to get lucky and find the right gamers where, not just somebody being a smartass, but somebody who is capable of pushing back. You can't debate a liar. You have to duel them, right? A lie is a lie, and somebody who doesn't know the truth from a lie, and two people are sitting there side by side, they both are equal. What the old riddle, you walk up to a door, both locked by a computer. One computer always tells the truth. The other one always lies. And you got to ask a series of questions to figure out which door is a trap and which door is the exit. Okay? So if you walked up to the door and said, "Are you the door I go out?" The lying door would say yes. The truthful door would say yes. Right? And believe it or not, there's a way to get a series of questions to get the positives and negatives out of that type of query to determine what's the true answer. This ponderance, I'll call it a ponderance, of that type of a riddle is something they teach at the CIA. They teach it in interrogation techniques specifically. And you used to hear the thing about John McCain's like, "Oh, I told him about the starting lineup of the football team." If you're talking, you're telling. Right? Shut your damn pie hole. Yes, they broke his arms, they broke his ribs, they broke his back. But the fact that he thinks he didn't tell them anything is wrong. If your mouth is moving, there's a way to determine what's the lie, what's not the lie. So 10:30 at night. What the hell we got? Who's texting me at 10:30 at night? Yeah. Your Twitch verification code. Oh, that's I don't know why I'm getting a Twitch verification code. But if you're talking, you're telling. That's a reality. Call it enhanced interrogation, call it torture, whatever you want to call it. It does work. Matter of fact, the guy who run it for America, when they were told, like, "Well, everybody knows torture doesn't work," and the guy says, "Yes, it does work." And the reason he knows it works is when people start talking, they're telling. Even if they don't tell you the right answer, or if they tell you lies, like I said, always the truth versus always the lie, you're going to determine what the facts are. We're not searching for truth or lies. We're searching for facts. I approach things this way naturally. It's called a Pythagorean thinker. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. That's the Pythagorean theorem, right? We don't know what C squared is. We're missing information. Can we determine what the missing information is from the information we have? That's a Pythagorean thinker. Yes. We don't know what the long side measures out to be, but we do know what the two short sides are. And then you get into the deeper levels of it where, well, I've got a quarter of one side and a tenth of one side. And we used to do these tests back in grade school. Jill has a green car. Bob's got a blue dog. Who owns the Dodge Plymouth on the corner? CIA test, right? Where they gave you a bunch of information or they gave you a bunch of lack of information, and the puzzles got progressively harder. And they were fun as hell to me. They were fun as hell to their entire class, all three of us, right? It was just something that our teacher did for fun. And then she went and found more and more and more of them because we loved them so much it kept us busy. There's only 3 people in the class, right? We got 2 teachers for 3 students. So we go through information really quick. And so she used to feed us this stuff, and so we were training before the age of 13 in deductive reasoning thinking. That's deductive reasoning. They don't teach it anymore. They don't even allow it to be taught in schools anymore. They're robbing your children from the ability to look at 2 people holding a debate and determine which one's telling the truth and which one is lying. by seeking the facts of the conversation or the debate. And as I said, the only thing you can do with a liar is you can't debate them. They're always going to lie. Is you must duel them. Either do it with words or do it with weapons. The word duel does not mean shoot. To determine what the truth is and for everybody to figure out what it is, that's what you must do. I gotta look at something here, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, crap. I'm looking at nothing. Yeah, this is a unique situation, a unique time that we're living in. The United States is on the verge of collapse. Not because Joe Biden spent $20 trillion we didn't have, and no one can figure out where it went. The economy didn't grow. Only the inflation did. And when you have inflation, things cost more, you pay more sales tax. How good is your government going? Don't your cops, if prices are up 50%, that means your city has collected 50% more sales tax. How's your city doing? No one's talking about that. There's a cause and effect to inflation. 50% increase in prices. That's a 50% increase in the collection of sales tax in under 4 years. Where'd that money go? Don't worry about what the federal government did. Worry about what your city councilman did. That's the guy you're going to have to duel. Hey, where'd the extra money go? Shouldn't we have a massive extra source of income that we didn't plan for? Did they go out and create new programs you didn't even know about? Did they give everybody raises you didn't hear about? Where's all the surplus? How come the news isn't loaded up with city after city and county after county with excess money? The inflation in pricing alone and the way they collect taxes. The inflation in property. Remember, properties have tripled in value. Where's that money? That's directly to school budgets. Property taxes feed schools. Properties have tripled in values. Your schools should have a 300% increase in income. Where's the money? It's simple math. It's not complicated. It's not even a complex thing to understand. But no one's asking the question. I think I'm the first person I've ever heard ask the question. And a whole whopping 4 people heard me. Welcome to the new world of communication blackouts, right? But thousands will follow me afterwards and they'll listen to this thing. Some will listen this far. Lots of people listen this far. The live stream, where we at, and analytics. Oh yeah, we're 13 minutes per viewer. Some people come in here and listen for a while and they come back like, I need to do shorter videos that ask the kind of questions. Where's that sales tax money? Where's that property tax money? Your local government is loaded. Because your local Walmart is collecting money hand over fist. Or where do you think all those illegal... Oh my gosh, the city of Chicago gave out $500,000 to illegals. Right? That's where the money went. They went and found people in another country to come up, add to the census count, hopefully to add a congressman to an area where they know they can control the vote. Well, these areas are going to vote Democrat no matter what, or we're so corrupt we can get a Democrat elected no matter what. If we add more people to this area, we'll get an extra congressman. We'll take a seat away from some other state and add it to here. If you don't know, the number of congressmen has been fixed. That's one of the problems. Again, back to the Woodrow Wilson days. We froze the amount of congressmen. The congressman's supposed to represent a certain number of people by the Constitution. We didn't even change the Constitution to do it. We just did it. To hell with the freaking the laws. Hell with changing the Constitution. And man, right now there's some German freaking YouTubers who are looking at. There's a bunch of YouTubers out there looking at my average view duration going up over this stuff. I appreciate you guys who listen. Because I just ask poignant questions, right? I'm not asking anything complicated. I'm not trying to be smarter than you. I'm not smarter than you at this point. I lose my keys 8 times a day. I got Swiss cheese in my brain. It's still a valid question. I used to have a 160 IQ. I might still. I can retain all the information that's of a certain age. I have a problem recalling it to the front of my brain. I went blind. That's why I went offline for a couple of years. I'm back. I'm back with a vengeance. I spent $55,000 building a communication platform to teach through gaming math. You're gaming with people from around the world. It's an important thing. We're going to wind up in a one world government at one point or another. But if the rest of the world doesn't learn how to turn around and determine that someone's a lying, thieving piece of shit, man, that just showed up. If they can't determine that, then that's going to want to be a problem. Guns of Glory stuff is coming. We were supposed to do a collaborative. The problem winds up being that, again, I said I didn't know how to do it. Chigger says, I know how to do it. Well, he knew how to do it for Twitch. He's only worried about Twitch because he got no followers on freaking YouTube. Well, Bubba, I got 9,000 followers on YouTube. Doesn't mean squat. The YouTube doesn't notify them. I lost 45 last month doing these setup videos. This was another setup video that I said I wouldn't do any more of. Because I just blindly said, okay, you got it figured out. I'll figure out what you figured out. This is not the fix. I'll go find the fix. It'll be my project for tomorrow to figure out how, you've all seen 2 YouTubers talking to each other on a channel. We're only 40 feet apart. It's between 2 buildings. And so shouldn't be difficult, right? I'm not too certain that we can't freaking do it. I don't want to do it off one stream. We want to do it off 2 streams. We want his stream to be his stream and my stream to be my stream. And when we talk, we talk, and when we don't, we don't. Whether or not you guys want to deal with him or not is a different story. When you guys are seeing those numbers go like they did, so they jumped from a 29 to a 30, that's a guy who hit the rewind button to find out what the hell I'm talking about. That's why we got 30 people who were listening to the stream, but they're far from live. I think they're more than 30 seconds out is what that number reflects. So there's 3 people who are on the cuspus edge of the live, and everybody else is listening who rewinded or they paused to go pee, because I talk forever. And that's why you'll hear things on YouTube like, well, you're not supposed to talk for more than 40 minutes. Yeah, people take pee breaks and it makes the numbers look weird. I don't care what the numbers look like. I'm not here to impress somebody with my big freaking number. I got a big digit. Dump it on the desk anytime I want to. Yeah. Yeah, that's just the way that is. Yeah. Did I actually put the Starfucker? I did. It's up on the screen. Or no one talked after I did the Starfucker. Well, the other guy went to bed. But yeah, for those of you who fell asleep listening to me, I'm sorry. I'm going to end this stream because I need to go to bed. It is 10. It's 11, and I haven't eaten. And so that means at this point I'm going down to the gas station to get a burrito. Not good for my health. Got stuff knocked over in here, everything else. And I'm tired. Friday, I have another eye appointment. I was 20/20 vision in my left eye last eye appointment, but I've since had a couple massive migraines that I got some bleeding in that eye. But they can fix that with a chemical they've been putting in recently. It's been correcting that. So I'm having a little bit. I can read the screens and stuff. I'm sitting back from the screens. I can read them. And then none of you watched the Moki Talk Twitch live, right? Or the YouTube and Twitch live. So I don't have Discord on the other computer. I wasn't able to tell people from the Discord channel come watch and pay attention. And then that's a problem. There's just a lot of little issues we're dealing with. We just set the green screen up in there. I got the monster cooler set up in there. I will do some lives from out there again. We're just not ready. And then I didn't I wasn't even thinking. I took all the stuff like the background images and everything, and I put them on my side, and he was streaming on his side, and we couldn't access the images because I put them all on my side. He has no access to them, so I got to go fix all that stuff. There's a whole bunch of graphics that are missing. We got to do all those things. There's just a lot of crap to do. I said spending 55 grand ain't the end of it. We got to put the work in. And I have got the worst work ethic. Well, not an ethic. I'm limited to how long I can work before I just cross my hands and sit here. Yeah. So I'm trying to set up a video system and a math system for you guys where I cross my hands and sit here and just go to the other guy, right? Don't do that. Do that. You know, that kind of thing. And then we learn from his mistakes. We all learn together. It's the military method, right? The drill sergeant, I yell loud enough so that we all learn. I do not yell. I speak in a voice loud enough so that everyone can learn. That type of thing. Let me knock that down. All right. Guys, I appreciate it. I'm down to, we dropped down to 2 videos, but we were way up in the average view duration. Anything over 7 minutes is a YouTube miracle. So I appreciate the average time being an insane number. Whoever it was that was listening in here and wasn't talking, thank you very much. And I promise you they'll get better. They're getting better. I'm getting better. It's getting better. We're putting some effort to make it better. I want it to be clean video. I want it to be clean audio. The audio still isn't good enough for me. I want it to be better. We got to do some software upgrades for the audio. I've got some. Moki is trying like hell to use my old high quality studio mic in the studio, but then we got the monster cooler out there. So we may need, and he likes just having the refrigerator in there. The kid eats all the time, right? The drinks freaking 20 monsters a day, stuff like that, or I drink, or wants to fetch me beers out of there. Whatever the reason is, the cooler is an issue because the fan is the motor in it's loud. It's intrusive to the audio, and I have to cut it out. I can kill it. I just hadn't done it. Uh, we have to put back the computer back together. The computer that I took apart, which is my old computer, and somehow we lost the CPU. Of all things to lose, we lost the CPU. We have everything but the CPU. So I don't know what the hell. We'll put it back together. We'll figure it out somewhere. We're gonna go on an epic cleaning binge because we've stuck everything in the corners. And this ain't even a cheap CPU. This is a $500 CPU. It's just missing. Man, is it sitting in front of my face? It is not, and this is the new fan that I bought. The one out there that I found was the original fan. He's right. Oh, man, I lost that argument. All right. So, but he's wrong about one thing. What'd we do with the CPU if we took it off that thing and cleaned the fan thing? So, we got to find a CPU. Because there's so much of the stuff that we did for you guys way back when, and I need to duplicate some of what we did. It's unique. It was loved. It was appreciated, and you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. It's like my cough. My cough's gone, guys. Have you noticed that? Who here has been long enough to remember or watched enough of my videos to know that I coughed every 30 seconds for decades? I still cough. But I've learned to control my voice enough. And that that vocal cord froze up enough. Now you hear a rasp, like I've been a smoker or something like that. You hear a raspiness in my voice. It seized up. I am trying to fart around with my A1C. I have to get it down below a 7.5 from a 9. I'm at a 9 right now. I'm at a 9 due to pain. What is that? I didn't click that. How far back is that? Holy crap. Wow. I was an hour behind on that freaking screen. YouTube screwed me. Man, if somebody had been chatting, I wouldn't know. Top chat, no. Live chat, yes. Nobody chatted. All right, doesn't matter. Okay. But my viewer time was better. So somebody's watching. Look, we'll build this stuff up better. And I'm trying to figure out how to make the YouTube work as a podcast. So basically, I'm only dealing with Google. I'm not dealing with any Apple users. I understand how the world works there. Because I'm doing a lot of YouTube stuff, I'm cut off from Apple. Apple people can't watch YouTube. I got to go do a different podcast and build a different viewership and yada yada yada. The world's communications are so disrupted that this is a nightmare for all of us. I don't like this. If you want to listen to me, listen to me. If you don't want to listen to me, go away. It's not that hard. So It should be that way for everything, right? What? Oh, well, come here, girl. Come on. You want up here? What? Oh, no one can see you down there. Any other time you're in my lap. Any other time you're all up here. Come on. Show everybody what a pretty girl you are. I know, right? Don't bite my face. Show everybody I'm the pretty girl. Dawn, it's time to quit. It's been 2 hours. Belgium hours. This, if you ever wanted your own pet velociraptor, just get you a Belgian Malinois. You know, they call them the police dogs. Yeah, they chew on everything. They run around like a great white shark. Their mouth's open all the time. They just run into stuff till they bite it. Of course, this one, because I'm hurt, she treats me different than everybody else. This is my girlfriend. She treats me well. You make a liar out of me. I say, don't tell people I'm nice to you, Dawn. No one's supposed to know that I'm nice. I know it's bedtime. Let's go to bed. All right. We're going to go to bed. Yes. I'll get a treat. We'll go to bed. All right. You get a treat. We'll go to bed. All right, guys. I got told it's bedtime. She come in right here at 11. Like, Dawn, it's 11. We don't go to bed after 11. We disrupt Holly. That little monster sleeps on half my pillow. But she treats me better than everybody else. She's rough with everybody else. She's kind of mean, you know. She growling and playing. She wants me to get up. And we got her in school because we were scared she was going to hurt somebody. Like the star of the class. Doesn't touch, doesn't fall for the bait, doesn't eat the treats on the ground, all the things she does in the house. She's a monster in the house. Get out there in an arena full of people, full of other dogs who are disobedient. She's a star of the show. The instructor's always calling her, well, let's see what the vicious Malinois does. She sits up all pretty and got her head all perfectly, and she poses and like she likes being a pretty girl. And she really is a good-looking dog. We got lucky with her. But yeah, this is this dog's, we're working on her being my helper. You guys seen the pup before, my other one. He's a little short. He just started gaining weight and getting stronger, but for some reason he also got skittish, and at some reason it might have been just him sitting in my lap. The Malinois bites the other dog a lot, to the point where he's cranky because he hurts all the time. So I don't know if we're ever going to fix that, but we're going to try. Guys, I appreciate it. Look at that. We hit the 14-minute mark. You guys are awesome. I hope other people stay for that long. We'll find out next week sometime. But I appreciate it. Let me hit the end of the live stream. I will try to make sure we do another live. I'm gonna say Saturday. I'm hoping. Well, no, Thursday, right? Yes, Saturday. Saturday, maybe Sunday at the late. No, I want to do it Saturday so people can stay up late. Got nothing better to do than drink beer and hang out with me. Because my beer's empty. That's not good. That was my last one. I drank the other ones on the other stream. And we're setting up to make sure we have other YouTubers, other streamers, and other things. And quite frankly, I live down in federal law enforcement land. We're going to have some, when we want to do the politics things, I'm going to bring guests that no one else can get in. That's the plan. We'll see how the plan works out. I appreciate